So I market Crank Project as an advisory service, but I actually don't believe that people need or want more advice. You know, we know we should do this, and we know we should stop doing that. We know we should eat better and eat more green or sleep better at night and all those things. We know we should be better leaders and we should have a great product and we should care more about our customers and on and on and on and on. So in my opinion, we don't need more advice or advisors telling us all the things we should do. Okay? I actually think that even smart and well-intentioned advice could be annoying. So with this in mind, and given my inclination to get involved and to take action, what I use in Current Project is actually a combination of approaches. Okay, I use mentoring, I use formal business coaching, I use obviously a consulting approach, and inevitably there is a training component, especially to get people on the same page when it comes to new conceptual frameworks. And I think more than anything, what I do is committing and becoming one with the team. Okay. But let me tell you where this comes from. Along my career, there have been a few people that made an impact on who I am, and how I perform and who I became. Okay. Some of those people were my bosses, some were my peers, but they were all people that were there to help, right? To move things forward, to find solutions, to share knowledge, even to point what was working or what was not working. And I think what they all had in common is that they were really ready to go out of the way and do whatever it took to make things happen. Okay, and obviously always in mind to make everybody succeed. So I respect very much this way of leading, and ever since I strive to be that person. I strive to be that guy, and this is what I'm doing in Crank Project. So when working with teams, I don't see it as my job to come up with the best ideas all the time, but rather to come up with many of the right questions, okay, and enable the communication to produce great ideas. The team has to produce the ideas. And in my experience, working in an environment which is both creative and challenging not only moves things forward, it's also very fulfilling for everybody. Besides, and truth to be told, ideas are great, but what actually matters is executing them. And one thing is to have a great plan or a great strategy, but a completely different thing is executing it and implementing it. So my belief is that most teams and most people, and I would include myself there, we need help executing strategies. This is why a lot of the emphasis is put on taking the right levels of action, on sequencing things, on defining stages, on defining metrics and outcomes, on setting incremental goals where that fits, on one hand, but on the other hand, agreeing on what is the responsibility each person has within the initiative, and probably what the contribution will look like when it's done. And I think in general, my role would be to make it as easy as possible for everybody to execute, depending on their level of expertise and depending on their level of commitment in that specific initiative. Thank you for watching. This is Mauricio. Your feedback and your comments are more than welcome. Do great.